Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Courtney Ryan, and today I'm going to be going over how to be high value. I recently did an interview that was all about being high value men, high value women, so I thought it would be interesting and informative for all of you to bring it here as well. The term high value man gets thrown out a lot here on YouTube. If you watch any of the other channels in this space, I'm sure you've heard this about a million times. And I've even done some videos discussing this before, but today specifically, I really want to talk about what you can do in your life to become more high value, to live a more valuable life. And stick with me on this one till the end because it might not be what you've heard before or what all of the other fake gurus on YouTube are telling you. Point number one that I have here is to create your purpose. And I say create because often this is something that will not just fall into your lap like a lot of people think that it will. You're not just going to wake up one day and be living your purpose and be happy and fulfilled. You really have to work to create that for yourself. And what a purpose is your why you do things, why you wake up in the morning to do whatever you're doing to get to where you want to go. When you have a purpose, you do things with intention instead of just floating through life and going through the motions and, again, like I mentioned earlier, waiting for things to fall into your lap. You have to work for it, you have to create it, and you're doing things with a purpose in mind. A man with a purpose is more fulfilled, more confident, and more secure in himself, which in return makes him a high-value man. And what this also means is growing, evolving, and learning new things, which is something that every high-value person, man or woman, should be doing. And talking about purpose leads me into my next one here, which is don't outsource your happiness. If you want to be high value, you have to stop getting your happiness and fulfillment from outside sources and really create that for yourself. Relying on external validation, being a people pleaser, insecurity that leads to clingy and obsessive behavior with women is not going to do you any favors. You really want to create a life that you're proud of, you're confident in, and stop outsourcing that from other people. The more happy and secure you are with yourself, the more confident you're going to feel bringing someone else into the equation. So I know a lot of guys are, again, needy and clingy and desperate because they're not confident in what they have going on, and they're always relying on another person, a thing, or a place to be that kind of fulfillment for them. So if they're constantly doing that, they're not going to be confident with what they've got going on, and therefore don't act well when it comes to women or attracting women. So being confident and happy and secure with the life you've got going on is a great first step in being high value. Holding yourself to a high standard and the things and people in your life to a high standard is a key, crucial element in living a high value life. Things to keep in mind here is the content that you're consuming on a daily basis, who you spend your time with, who has access to you, and how you spend your time. All of these things that might seem small play a huge role into your life as a whole, not just your daily routine or little things that you're doing throughout the day. So whatever you're doing, keep all of these things in mind because they make a big impact. So knowing your values is important, but another big part of that is sticking to them. It's one thing to have values, but sticking to them is a whole different story. And the last little point about this one is being a man of integrity and just how important this is. So I've actually done an entire video on why being a man of integrity is so important. So if you haven't seen that, be sure to check it out. I will leave it down in the description below. So you want to do what you say you're going to do. Follow through and make sure that your actions are matching your words. And remember, you are what you do, not what you say you'll do. Number 4, and one that is incredibly important, is taking care of yourself. Eat well, exercise, drink enough water, and get enough sleep. These all play a huge role into how you live your life, and we want to make sure we're showing up as our best self. So more importantly than just showing up and looking good, you want to make sure the inside is functioning too. So again, take care of yourself, put in the work it takes, and you will see the best results. So with that being said, in addition to taking care of yourself on the inside, you also want to make sure you're not neglecting yourself on the outside either. So you want to put your best foot forward, show up as the best version of yourself. I think a lot of times when we think of a high value man, we think of someone who is put together, who has it going on, maybe a guy in a suit. And while you don't necessarily have to look the part, you do want to still show up and make sure that you're putting your best foot forward and making a good first impression. So taking care of yourself also includes good grooming habits, making sure you're trimming those nose and ear hairs that I always talk about. Making sure you're getting your routine haircuts, keeping everything fresh and well groomed is a great step in looking your best, so don't neglect the small things. And remember that it's better to be overdressed than underdressed, so if you want to look high value, the key is to dress for success. And the last point I want to talk about today is emotional intelligence. You all know how important this is. I've talked about it in many videos on my channel, and I've actually done a whole video really doing a deep dive into emotional intelligence and everything that that entails. So if you want that really in-depth deep dive, definitely be sure to check out that video. I will leave it down in the description below. So just to give you a little synopsis without getting too much into it, emotional intelligence is the idea that an ability to understand and manage emotions greatly increases our chance of success. So this includes self-awareness, self-regulation, empathy, motivation, and social skills, all of which make up a guy who is emotionally intelligent. And the reason why this is so attractive and high value is because it's incredibly rare, and not a lot of people live their life this way or practice emotional intelligence. So this is definitely something that's going to make you stand out among the crowd and be a really great addition to your life, not only with women, but also with, success in your personal life, your fulfillment, your job, and kind of everything that you do. So guys, that is all I have for how to be more high value, how to live your life as a high value individual. Again, I know this is a very hot topic and a kind of controversial one on the internet. And if you looked in different places, you would get different definitions. And I don't think being high value has anything to do with the amount of money in your bank account or how handsome you are, and more to do with, how fulfilled you are, how happy you are, the way that you live your life. Those things are incredibly more important than anything surface level or anything, materialistic or on the outside. So be sure to keep that in mind. So guys, if you liked this video or found it helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to be in the loop for when I release new content. If you haven't already, be sure to follow me on Instagram at Courtney Christine Ryan. Love connecting with all of you guys on there, a little bit more personal and one-on-one. I do a lot of Q&As, a lot of stuff like that. So if you want to participate, be sure to follow me there. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.